When we think of the Ball era, this is not the start we expected. And brick after brick, it was hard to watch.
Couldn't believe it. Oh no.
Smart to good defense. The ball, the step away doesn't go.
Had him wobbling. Oh man.
He's going to take the three.
Why you hesitate?
Ball looks to answer.
Can we get a make?
Ball in a hurry.
Dang.
Tip no, twice no, third time no.
We're going to talk about Liangelo missing shots. We're going to talk about his minutes. We're going to talk about Lamelo's game. We're going to talk about the Ball era, the prophecy, the Hornets overall. This is Ball Facts, giving you the news, the sports, and everything else in between.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish, but Ball Facts has some of the best videos of all time. Some of the best videos of all time.
Go watch my breakdown if you miss it. I'm telling you it's worth it. But in this video, it's a little different. We're going to talk about the dynamics of the Hornets and how it parallels the Ball era. Lonzo's recovering. There's some uncertainty there. So the Ball era starts with Lamelo. The question is he playing his part? Is he playing his role? And he is. What did he do? He got drafted high, Rookie of the Year, All-Star. He even took Liangelo and introduced him to the team he was playing for. Now, is Liangelo doing his part to make this thing a reality? So Melo introduces Liangelo. He goes in the Summer League first game and just shocks everyone, gets his name out there. Now he's on the G League squad, does the same thing in the first game. And they give him, they spot playing minutes and they don't always pass to him. The season's up and down, but overall, he still shot 40% from 3-point. And he got himself a spot inside the preseason. So I would say he's doing his part in his role. But now we get to the first game. 0 points. I will say this. Out of those 3 shots, he at least should have made 1. Now, we do got to say they did only play him 4 minutes. And they didn't let him play with his brother. And it felt like he was the only person that didn't play with Lamelo. So is Jello getting an opportunity? It would be a lie to say he's not. Yes, he's getting an opportunity, but is it the same opportunity as everyone else? I believe everyone who's playing for a spot to get on this team should be given the same amount of minutes. It's like, a race. We're all trying to make the track team. Everybody line up, start, go, finish. We'll see who the fastest is. They get on the track team. If you don't get to start at the same time and the finish line isn't the same place, how could you say who is the fastest in the race? So I would like to see Liangelo get the same amount of time as a Dennis Smith Jr. With that being said, in Lonzo's first preseason game, he only got 5 points. And in Melo's, which I went to, it was a very similar experience. It was during the pandemic, and I'll show you a clip of it. And I'm on my feet waiting. Yeah, go ahead and sit down. You thought it was going to be something good. Look at me, salty. And it just got worse. Oh, man. Then it got better. And then it got worse again. I was getting so frustrated, I thought I was on the court missing shots.
The best way to shoot a movie.
And Lamelo Ball played 15 minutes the entire game. He should be playing 15 minutes a half. He got 0 points, 3 assists, 1 rebound. So getting 0 points in your first game or just a small amount of points does not dictate the rest of your career or say who you are as a player, obviously. I showed you the footage of Jello in practice doing the scrimmages, and they scrimmaged a lot. The coach even believes that has to do with some of the reason they played the way they did.
We played all week, scrimmaged all week, got it in. So, we're just going to keep building our habits and get better.
So we were tired. We've scrimmaged a ton. We haven't done a lot of details, which obviously showed in the way we played.
None of us really hit shots. That's pretty much the reason we're not in. So.
Point blank period, most of everybody on the team played like crap. So it wasn't like they went into the locker room and were just so disappointed in Jello. Oh my gosh. It wasn't one of those things. He got the least amount of playing time. So in my opinion, he could take least of the blame for their loss or anything like that. The least amount. And being Melo's brother, it had its benefits. You got to walk into the door with Melo, but now it's like, what are the major benefits? Because ever since you got into the door, which was a great perk to have, not going to downplay that, it's almost like they're trying to prove that there is no favoritism now. They're trying to prove that there is no preferential treatment or something. Why do I say that? Because no matter where he goes in this organization, whether it be the Summer League, the G League, the preseason, he's always getting the least amount of minutes. And why can't he touch the floor the same time as this team's franchise starting point guard? I mean, just treat him like any other player. At this point, I'm like, would it be easier if his name wasn't Ball now that he's made it through the door? But it's only one game. We're going to give you guys the benefit of the doubt to rectify the situation. Let's talk about Melo and his shooting slump. He started missing shots and he started getting passive offensively, in my opinion. I'm watching the game and I say, like, now you're at that spot where I want to see you do that Kobe, MJ, I'm going to shoot it till I make it type of thing. You deserve that spot. You've earned it. Go ahead, take it up a notch. Also, it's not only Melo's fault. The coaching staff, they look out there, they see the team is struggling, Melo's struggling, they're down by 30, the chemistry is off, and you don't put Melo's brother in the game. I don't know if that was incompetence, if that was ignorance, if that was accidental. I don't know at this point, but it didn't make sense. So no Cody Martin, no Gordon Hayward. Liangelo gets 4 minutes. What happens when they come back? How many minutes does he get then? And why do I feel like when Hayward does come back, if they win, that Mitch might go on a press run saying Gordon Hayward is the franchise player? I don't know. You guys let me know if you feel that too. It could just be me. Either way, Melo's going to have to start doing what Melo does. What does he do? You know what I'm saying? He entertains the crowd. He gets buckets, flashy, and easily. That's what he specializes in. And he might have to talk to them in the back room like, hey, I want to play with my brother. Put him on the court with me. Just 10 minutes. Look, there's only 3 games left. Not a lot of time. Quick preseason. Put these brothers on the floor together, period. Your team looks a mess. You have a combination of players sitting in your organization that have untapped potential and chemistry that the league hasn't seen before. What you have to understand is Lamelo, from what I see, was overthinking at times. Lamelo's supposed to be playing off of his instincts, not thinking. That's how he was brought up. That's how he grew up, playing off sheer instincts. Speed the game up and just do what you developed your whole life. But when you play with players who maybe don't have high IQ or maybe just play slower, then you have time to think. You're slowed the whole game down. But when you speed it up, that's when Melo's more at his best. And that's why adding Jello is not just a thing. Help Jello, help Jello. No, we want to help the Hornets. And how do you help the Hornets? You help Lamelo. So you bring Jello in. Now Lamelo doesn't have to play with all players that he has to slow down and think for, because Jello's going to be wherever Melo is already knowing he's going to be. They're not going to have to communicate with words. It's just going to happen. And at this point, just play them together. What are you afraid of? It's easier to say, I should say probably safer for you guys to say, oh, this is not high school, and end the conversation. If the Ball brothers are good for chemistry, they're good for wins, they're good for business. There is no losing situation right here. This team has no identity. The players look unsettled by it. Last year's team is gone. The new guys you drafted aren't going to resurrect it. The new guys you're signing aren't going to resurrect it. That team is gone. You need something new. That's why Liangelo and Lamelo together would put a whole new surge of energy in this team. I believe settle everybody down. You know what's going on now. And the Ball brothers are all about the game. They're not selfish. They're not trying to go out and hit up the club every single night and tear the streets up. You know, they like to have fun and they like to hoop. So they're going to be good in the locker room. Like I said, unselfish, but it's really up to the owner, the general manager, what direction they want to take the Hornets. How many years do you want to just rebuild? Are you aiming to get a #1 draft pick and go a different direction than LaMelo Ball? Or are you really trying to win now? Do you want to build around LaMelo? Those are questions that we're going to find out soon enough. Thank you guys for watching this video. Go through the channel, check some stuff out. Make sure you go to shopballfacts.com to get all of your Ball Facts gear. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Ball Facts again. Peace.